Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name's Susan and today we are going to be talking about my May TBR. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I get into the habit of just buying and buying and buying and buying more books, creating what is known as my never-ending TBR. So today and this month and in 2019 in general, I'm actually going to be taking the time to read books off of this big never-ending TBR that I've bought in over the past 2 years of me just watching BookTube. And yeah, just trying to read them. Because I feel bad, my friends are giving me books, my family's giving me books, I'm buying these books, and I am just not reading them. I pick them up because I'm interested in them, and that's that. I just never think about it again, usually. So, today we are going to discuss my TBR. I have, I think, 7 books down here to talk about, and yeah, let's just get to it. I know how to talk. So the first book I want to talk about today is The Selection by Kiara Cass, and I actually don't know much about this book. I am pretty sure it has something to do with beauty pageants, and it's a contemporary, I think, and it's almost a dystopian, I heard, and I know it's well loved by many people. So yeah, I just want to give it a shot. I have both The Selection and The Elite, I think it's called, for the second book on my shelf, and I just want to kind of give it a chance and see if I like it. The next book I have to talk about is The Memory Book by Lara Avery. And in the memory book, we meet Sammy, who wants to graduate at the top of her class, but she has this genetic disorder that's going to cause her to lose her memories. So she starts a journal called her memory book where she writes down all the details that she's going to want to remember in the future. And I know it's a contemporary, I know it's got something to do with her wanting the perfect first date. And yeah, I just kind of want to see what this is about. I bought it when I was reading The One Memory of Flora Banks, and it was at the time I was really liking that book, but then since finishing it and while reading it, my opinion on that had changed. And yeah, I picked it up thinking it might be something similar, and I'm hoping it's not. So there's that. The next book I want to read is more of one I bought in December, but it is The Copper Gauntlet by Cassandra Clare and Holly Black. I read The Iron Trial this month as part of the OWL Readathon, and I read it on audiobook through my local library, and I actually really enjoyed it once I was able to get past that certain point. I could only get through maybe 50 pages when I ever tried to read it physically. So I really want to try to continue the series on, just to say I'm reading the books I own, and also so I don't forget too much of what happened in the Iron Trial. I do already have the audiobook through my local library for this, so I might be giving this one a shot pretty soon. The next book I want to talk about today that I actually don't know much about is going to be I Hate Everyone But You by Gabby Dunn and Allison Raskin. I bought this book with the thought of reading the back where it says Dear Best Friend, because me and my best friend this year, we had to separate again, which sort of again, she's in another state right now for an internship. She's coming home. She went to school out there. So we were used to having the time apart, but the past summer before we separated and the past winter break as well, we spent so much time together that it felt weird leaving her this time around, even more so than normal. So I picked up I Hate Everyone But You in hopes to maybe see if it was something similar to how I was feeling, and then I just never picked it up. The next book I want to talk about is going to be one I don't even remember when I bought, but that is going to be The Flip Side by Shawn Johnson. I know it has something to do with gymnastics, and I want to say it's probably a contemporary, but I don't know. And yeah, I just want to give this a shot. I thought the cover was neat, and I actually, if you can see, I bought it in the Barnes & Noble bargain area. So yeah, why not? And I'll just see if I like it. Hopefully I can get to it this month. And the last one is one of the books I bought when I first started watching BookTube, and nobody even talked about it, but it was definitely a cover by, and that is going to be called The Suffering Tree by El Casimano. I am probably saying her name wrong, but I actually picked this up because, number one, I love this cover. This is just like a gorgeous cover, but it's like one of those covers that, like, if you feel all this around, like, it just has like a texture to it that I loved. And I think this is like magical realism. I'm not getting much off the back, so I know it's got something to do with magic. I know it's got something probably to do with a tree. So yeah, we will just give this a shot, and I actually haven't heard anyone talk about this really. And that's that, guys. That's going to be my TBR for this month. Coming soon, I'm going to have some more vlogs for you guys, as well as my OWL stuff. And yeah, I will check back soon. Peace.